Imagine this. Your blood vessels down there are like a garden hose. When it's new, water flows effortlessly. But as time passes, tiny blockages begin to build. At first, you barely notice. The flow weakens a little, pressure drops, and then, one morning, nothing works the way it should. For many men over 60, this quiet change becomes an unspoken fear. It's not just about intimacy, it's about the loss of energy, the slowing of circulation, and the sinking feeling that the best years are behind you. Let me tell you about John, 66 years old, retired, healthy on paper. One day he realized something had vanished. That natural morning vitality, the one that had been with him for decades, was gone. No warning, no pain, just silence where strength used to be. And what John didn't know was that the breakfast he had been eating for years was missing the very nutrients his blood vessels were crying out for. Nutrients that could have kept his circulation strong, his confidence steady, and his energy alive. Science now shows that there are simple foods right in your kitchen that can supercharge blood flow, protect your arteries, and revive nitric oxide, the body's natural signal to open blood vessels. And when you eat them in the morning, you give your body a head start that lasts all day. In this video, I'm going to share 6 of the most powerful morning foods you can eat to restore circulation down there, protect testosterone, and keep that morning spark alive, naturally, safely, and without relying on pills. I'm Dr. Lily Anderson, a board-certified nutritionist and men's health specialist. For more than 20 years, I've worked with thousands of men over 50, helping them restore energy, improve circulation, and reclaim the confidence they thought was gone for good. My approach has always been different. I don't believe in quick fixes that fade as fast as they appear. I believe in giving the body what it truly needs to heal and perform, naturally, without side effects, and in a way that fits into your everyday life. I've seen men walk into my clinic feeling tired, frustrated, and convinced that aging had stolen their strength forever. And I've seen those same men walk out months later with a steady smile, a stronger step, and a quiet confidence that only comes when you know your body is working the way it's supposed to. The difference wasn't luck. It wasn't expensive treatments. It was a handful of daily choices, especially the first choices they made in the morning. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly which 6 morning foods have been proven by science to boost nitric oxide, open up blood vessels, and keep circulation flowing to every part of your body, including the areas that matter most for your confidence and vitality. You'll learn why they work, the best time to eat them, and how to combine them for even greater results. And I'll share a real patient story that might feel uncomfortably familiar, because the truth is, if you're over 60, you can't afford to ignore what I'm about to tell you. Let's begin with the first food, and I want you to remember something important. It's not just about what you eat, it's about when you eat it. The morning is your body's reset point. Your blood vessels are waking up. Your hormones are starting their daily rhythm, and the choices you make in this window can either open those vessels wide or let them stay constricted for the rest of the day. Food number 1, spinach. You might think of spinach as just another leafy green, but it's actually one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates. When you eat spinach, your body converts those nitrates into nitric oxide, the very compound that tells your arteries to relax and open up. Studies published by the American Heart Association show that eating spinach can improve something called flow-mediated dilation within hours. That's just a technical way of saying your arteries become better at carrying blood to where it needs to go. The best time to have spinach is in the morning, when nitric oxide levels will peak about 2 to 3 hours later. Add a cup of fresh spinach to a smoothie, or lightly steam it and pair it with eggs. For men over 60, combining spinach with a source of vitamin C, like citrus fruit, can make the effect even stronger. Food number 2, pomegranate. This fruit has been prized for centuries, and modern science explains why. Pomegranate is loaded with polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that not only help produce nitric oxide, but also protect it from being broken down too quickly. In research from the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, pomegranate juice improved blood vessel diameter in as little as 30 minutes. You can drink 4 ounces of pure pomegranate juice in the morning, or sprinkle fresh seeds over your yogurt. The key is to choose pure juice with no added sugar, so you get the full vascular benefit without the insulin spike. Food number 3, beetroot. Like spinach, beets are high in nitrates, but they deliver them in a slightly different form, which some men find easier to digest. Beet juice, in particular, has been shown to boost nitric oxide levels quickly, improving blood flow to the lower body and enhancing oxygen delivery to muscles. Try adding a small glass of beet juice to your breakfast or roasting beets and tossing them into a morning salad. If you're new to beets, start with a small amount and build up to avoid stomach discomfort. Food number 4, avocado. Beyond its creamy texture, avocado is a circulation powerhouse. It's rich in monounsaturated fats that keep your blood vessels flexible, and it delivers a healthy dose of potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. A study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that eating avocado twice a week cut cardiovascular risk by 16%. In the morning, spread half an avocado on whole grain toast or blend it into a smoothie with spinach and pomegranate juice. The healthy fats will also help your body absorb the antioxidants in the other foods we've mentioned. Food number 5, dark chocolate. At least 70% cacao. This isn't candy. It's medicine for your blood vessels. Dark chocolate contains flavonols that help your arteries stay open and responsive. Research shows these compounds can improve blood vessel performance within just a few hours. The morning is the perfect time to enjoy 1 or 2 small squares, especially if you pair them with citrus fruit. The vitamin C enhances the absorption of flavonols, giving you a stronger effect. Food number 6, citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and lemons. These are more than just sources of vitamin C. They also contain flavonoids that support your endothelial function, the ability of your blood vessels to expand when needed. This combination strengthens vessel walls, reduces inflammation, and stimulates nitric oxide production. A glass of fresh orange juice or a few slices of grapefruit with breakfast can keep your circulation strong well into the afternoon. Now here's the secret most people miss. These foods work even better when combined. Spinach with citrus, pomegranate with avocado, dark chocolate with berries. These pairings create a synergy where each nutrient makes the others more effective. That's why the men in my clinic who see the fastest results aren't just eating one of these foods, they're building a breakfast that blends 2 or 3 of them together. Let me tell you about Michael. He's 69 years old, a retired high school teacher who spent most of his life on his feet in the classroom, full of energy and wit. But a few years into retirement, he noticed things were changing. His mornings felt heavy. His legs would ache after just a short walk to the mailbox. His hands and feet stayed cold, even on warm days. And quietly, without saying a word to his wife, he realized his morning vitality, that subtle, private sign of a healthy circulation, was fading. Michael tried to brush it off as part of aging, but deep down, it bothered him more than he wanted to admit. He stopped going out as much. He started avoiding intimacy, worried that he wouldn't feel ready. His mood dipped, and when he finally mentioned his cold hands to his doctor during a checkup, all he got was a suggestion to stay active and watch his diet. But no one told him exactly how. That's when he came to see me. During our first conversation, I asked about his mornings. What did he eat? What did he drink? His answer was almost identical to so many men I've met. Toast, coffee, maybe a banana if he was feeling healthy. No real sources of nitrates, no polyphenol-rich fruits, no healthy fats to keep his blood vessels flexible. He was starting his day without the very fuel his circulation needed. I gave Michael a simple challenge. For the next 30 days, change nothing about his lunch or dinner. Just rebuild his breakfast using the 6 morning foods we've just talked about. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, he'd start with a spinach and beet smoothie. 2 cups of fresh spinach, half a roasted beet, a squeeze of lemon, and a handful of frozen berries. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, he'd have Greek yogurt topped with pomegranate seeds, a few slices of orange, and a teaspoon of dark chocolate shavings. And every day, no matter what, half an avocado would find its way onto his plate, mashed onto whole grain toast or blended into his smoothie. The first week, he noticed his energy picking up by mid-morning. By the second week, his wife asked why his hands felt warm again when they held hands on their evening walk. In the third week, he woke up one morning and realized, without even thinking about it, that his body felt ready in a way it hadn't in years. The circulation was back. The heaviness was gone. His confidence returned, not just in the bedroom, but in how he carried himself through the day. When Michael came back for his 1-month follow-up, his blood pressure was down, his resting heart rate was healthier, and his skin even had a better tone. But what struck me most was the way he spoke. He wasn't just reporting physical changes, he was telling me about the plans he and his wife were making again. Short trips, dinner dates, a photography class they'd been putting off. That's the real power of restoring circulation. It's not just about anatomy, it's about giving someone their life back, one morning at a time. So why did this work for Michael? Why can 6 simple foods make such a difference when years of feeling sluggish and cold seemed impossible to change? The answer comes down to one key molecule your body makes: nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as your body's natural open sesame for blood vessels. It's a tiny chemical signal that tells the smooth muscle in your artery walls to relax. When they relax, the vessels widen, blood flows more freely, and oxygen and nutrients can reach every part of your body, including the areas most men are too shy to talk about. The problem is, after about age 40, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide begins to decline. By 60, you might be producing less than half of what you did in your 30s. That means even if your heart is pumping well, the pipes carrying blood are narrower, stiffer, and less responsive. It's like trying to water a garden with a hose that's kinked and covered in mineral buildup. The pressure drops, the flow slows, and the farthest corners get nothing at all. This is where dietary nitrates and certain plant compounds come in. Foods like spinach and beets are rich in nitrates, which your body can convert into nitric oxide through a special pathway that doesn't rely on your aging enzymes. It's like giving your garden hose a direct boost of water pressure. Pomegranate, citrus fruits, and dark chocolate work in another way. They protect the nitric oxide you've already made from breaking down too fast, while also improving the flexibility of your blood vessel walls. Think of it as keeping that hose soft, flexible, and leak-free. Avocado contributes healthy monounsaturated fats and potassium, both of which help the endothelium, the inner lining of your blood vessels, stay healthy. When the endothelium works well, it can respond instantly to nitric oxide signal, opening up those vessels exactly when you need more blood flow. And all of this ties directly into testosterone health, too. Poor circulation can starve hormone-producing tissues of oxygen and nutrients, while healthy blood flow supports the glands that keep testosterone levels steady. The reason morning is such a critical time is because your blood vessels are naturally more constricted after a night's sleep. Antioxidant reserves are lower, hydration is reduced, and your nitric oxide levels are at a dip. By feeding your body nitrate-rich, antioxidant-rich foods first thing in the morning, you replenish what was lost overnight and set the stage for better circulation all day. That's why Michael's mornings transformed. He wasn't just eating healthy in general. He was targeting the exact biological weaknesses that aging had created. So when you think about these 6 foods, don't see them as random breakfast options. See them as precise tools, each one working on a different part of the circulation system. Some boost nitric oxide production, some protect it, and others prepare your blood vessels to respond better when the signal arrives. Together, they create a network of support that keeps your blood moving, your tissues nourished, and your vitality alive. I know what some of you might be thinking right now. That sounds great for Michael, but I'm older. I've let things slide too far. My mornings haven't felt right in years. Let me tell you the truth I've seen over and over in my clinic. It is never too late. Your blood vessels are living tissue. They respond to care, they adapt to better habits, and they can recover, even after years of neglect. I've worked with men in their 70s, even their 80s, who walked in feeling defeated and walked out months later feeling like they'd been given a second chance. Not because they changed everything at once, but because they took one small, deliberate step and kept going. That first step can be as simple as choosing spinach over toast tomorrow morning or adding half an avocado to your plate. Those changes may seem tiny, but inside your body, they set off a chain reaction. More nitric oxide, better vessel function, smoother blood flow, more oxygen to your muscles and tissues. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden you thought was too dry to bloom again. You water it, give it sunlight, and slowly the green starts to return. That's how your circulation works. The improvements aren't always dramatic on day one, but they build. A week from now, you might feel a little lighter on your feet. 2 weeks from now, you might notice your hands and feet warming up. A month from now, you might wake up with that familiar morning energy you thought was gone for good. You don't have to aim for perfection. You don't have to follow a complicated plan. You just need consistency. Pick 1 or 2 of the 6 foods and make them part of your morning. Then, once that's easy, add another. Every day you choose to feed your body in a way that supports circulation. You're writing a different story for how you age, one with more energy, more confidence, and more freedom to live the life you want. So if you've been waiting for the right time to start, that time is tomorrow morning, not next week, not after you finish the food you already have. Tomorrow. 1 plate, 1 choice, 1 morning at a time. Because the longer you wait, the longer you're asking your body to work without the tools it needs to thrive. And your body, no matter your age, is ready to thank you the moment you start. If what you've heard today has given you even a spark of hope, hold on to it. Share it with someone in your life who might be quietly struggling the way you have, someone who's been afraid to talk about the changes they've noticed, or who's convinced that nothing can be done. Sometimes one conversation, one shared video can be the start of a completely different future. I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments what stood out most today. Was it one of the 6 foods, Michael's story, or maybe the simple truth that your body can still respond no matter your age? Your words might be exactly what another man needs to read on the day he's ready to take his first step. If you found value here, give this video a like. It's a small action, but it helps this message reach more people who need it. And if you want to keep learning how to protect your circulation, your hormones, and your confidence naturally without gimmicks, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next step in your journey. Next week, I'll be sharing a truth that surprises almost every man I tell. The single morning habit that can quietly undo all the benefits we've talked about today, knowing it could save you months of frustration. Until then, remember this. You are not too old and it is not too late. Your body wants to work for you. Give it what it needs and it will rise to meet you one morning at a time.